Here's a startling statistic. More than 29,000 Utahns have Alzheimer's disease right now. And by the year 2025, that number is expected to go up 44%. Ronnie Daniel is here. He's from the Alzheimer's Association. And you have ways for all of us out there to love our brain.
Absolutely. So June is the Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. And so we encourage everyone to go purple by taking care of your brain.
Okay, how do we take care of it? We've got some tips that are going to be up on the screen. So number one, it says break a sweat.
Right.
Tell us what you mean by that.
So basically, we know that anything that's good for your heart is good for your brain. And so if you're exercising and you're active, that's the blood flow and everything going to your brain, it makes things better for your brain.
Can you reduce your risk of getting Alzheimer's by doing these things?
So they think so. We don't know 100% for sure, but we know that through various research studies that have been done over the last several decades, that if people keep themselves active physically, mentally, socially, and even in a spiritual aspect, they can reduce the onset of Alzheimer's.
All right, well, this is a good one for you because you're a reader.
Hit the books.
Hit the books,
right.
Number two. I don't read enough. That's my problem.
Definitely keep yourself mentally active, you know, whether that's reading or doing things that just stimulate your brain and cause you to think in ways that you don't typically
Take
do.
a class. You could do that. Instead of
absolutely.
reading, you could take a, take a class and that would count.
Or I can read my scripts.
Learning
Go ahead
a
and
new
read that.
language would be another great way to do that. So yeah.
Read the next one.
I like this one, and it's across the board, butt out. Stop smoking.
Stop smoking, absolutely. And so your cardiovascular system is so critical to your brain health. And so stopping smoking is really important.
And you just said cardiovascular system. That's the next one. It is follow your heart.
That's right. So as I mentioned, anything that's good for your heart is good for your brain because most of the, I don't know the exact percentage, but a large percentage of your blood flow goes through your brain. And so anything that you're doing to increase your blood flow to your brain is
It's a good
helpful.
thing.
The head's up, protecting your head.
That's right.
As such.
So anytime you're doing anything physically active like cycling or skateboarding or skiing, anything like that, if you can wear a helmet to protect your brain is definitely important because people that with brain injuries are at greater risk for getting Alzheimer's.
I didn't know that. That does increase your risk. Okay, the next one is about diet. Can that impact your brain?
Absolutely. So we know, you know, there's a whole study that's been done on cholesterol and the way that cholesterol affects your brain. Now we know a certain amount of cholesterol is important for brain health, but it's mostly the healthy kind of cholesterol. And so if you have a high cholesterol with the bad form, then you want to find ways to reduce that.
Interesting. Making sure you get plenty of sleep. What do you say is the average
Well,
that you should be getting?
They recommend 6 to 8 hours a night for most people. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Good.
take care of your mental health is the next one, and that just means if you are suffering from depression,
That's right.
go get it checked out.
Go get it checked out. You know, try to find ways to reduce stress in your life. Because we know that's a leading indicator to depression.
Really important. I have a girlfriend back home in Australia. She's 80 and she never goes out. And this is saying, buddy up, stay socializing.
That's right.
I ring her every day just so I know she's communicating.
Yeah. So being active socially is so important because that helps stimulate your brain. It causes you to think in different ways than you normally would when you're just thinking about yourself.
The last one is stump yourself, and we've talked about these on the show before. Do a crossword puzzle.
Oh, I was stumped there for a while.
Good, you had to think, and that's important. Play games, right? Games work.
That's right. So any kind of games are so important. Even if it's a board game that you play with your family is good. You know, it's ways to keep your brain stimulated and thinking in ways that you don't normally do.
So do you think someone like me who's not good at Scrabble and who doesn't like reading that much, is it ever too late to start
Absolutely
these
not.
things to get the brain going?
Yeah, so one of the things, you know, for Alzheimer's and dementia, what basically that disease does is break down the neurotransmissions in your brain. And so by keeping your brain stimulated and creating new neural pathways, that helps to keep your brain more healthy.
For more information, alz.org is the place to go. Take that purple pledge when you hop on the site and make sure you love your brain this month and always. Goodforutah.com/midday for all of that information. Ronnie, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Back up.